Alright, today we're going to show you how to put together the Jayhawk X Stand. I put this one together yesterday, and the directions were alright, but a little confusion. I'd like to have a video showing me how to do it. So we're going to put together a little clip here of how to get this thing together. It's an excellent stand. It's heavy built, and that's why I chose this one. But this is how to build it, how to put it together according to the plans that I received with my two kits. There was a couple little intricacies in it that I had struggled with on the first one, so I wanted the video to help everybody else. My two kits, they come with two little wing nuts that help attach the bottom jaws to the ladder, and the two sets of wing nuts that I had did not seem to want to turn on to the bolts. Whether that's a manufacturing issue or what have you, but I solved it. Just need to know that before you head in the woods to attach this to the tree. I solved it by getting two just extra nuts I had in my shop, and I'm going to put two nuts on the bolt and make it a jam nut so it won't come off. Anyway, we can show you that when we go to put them up. Alright, I went through the time and trouble of separating out all the bolts. If I had one complaint about this tree stand, is too many different sizes of bolts. There's three groups that are 5/16. They're a little fatter. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 1/4 inch bolts, some of which they're like 1/4 of an inch longer each one, and so they're confusing a little bit. So go through the trouble, and I went ahead and I actually labeled in the letter that the diagram had here. It gives you a letter and a count, so it kind of helps you a little bit. If you're going to measure them, you're not measuring the whole bolt, because it does give you a measurement on it too. You're not measuring here, you're measuring from the inside of the head to the end. That'll help you out. Some things you need to find. You need to find these fatter kind of washers. You need to find the special little nuts. I think they call them something, but they have like a little extra washer part on them. Those are for different, there's only 2 of them. The wing nuts. I separated out the different size nuts, the 5/16 versus the 1/4. You need to find these little clips. This is for your ladder. And I struggled to find this yesterday. These two things I couldn't find anywhere. That was not in the normal packaging with the bolts and stuff. It was in with the cup holder and the extra little hook. So you gotta hunt these pieces. These are important parts. Some other pieces that you need to locate are your little hand screw pieces, and these are called seat brackets in the manual, so you need to hunt those. Yesterday the box I opened, these were loose in the box. Today they were in a bag, so I don't know if that was on purpose or by design. Alright, we're going to set up the first set of instructions and let you take a look at that and bring you right back. Alright, the pieces you need to locate are these pieces here. Looks like a kind of a hockey stick shape, and then 2 of the curved pieces, and then the ladder that has an A on it. See if I can get the A in it. Here you go. Got the A on it. And then we're going to attach these first 2 pieces with the little 2 clips, and the other ones with the number H, letter H bolt. Alright, the next piece we're going to put on here looks like this. This is the top. Took me a few minutes to figure that out yesterday. And of course it goes like that. This is where the tree goes. And we're using bolt F. Alright. Maybe a better thing. And on this directions it says to use four washers. I don't know if I was in that picture very much. Use 4 washers. When it says to use 4 washers, they mean for you to put them on the outside. When it says for you to use 6 washers, it means for you to have one in the middle between the pieces. So, just so you know. Tighten these up. I tighten them up as I went, mostly. Absolutely tighten everything good. Once you get it all together, make sure to go back through and tighten every bolt again. Tree stands, people fall out of them every day and get paralyzed and killed, so make sure you're safe. This stand did come with 2 fall arrest harnesses. I haven't really checked those out really good, but the rest of the stand looks really great, so we'll check those out too. See what they're like. See what they like. And the little washers are used, I assume, to make this quieter so it's not rattling. Pieces on the floor. We're going to put them on. This is the front. I don't know if y'all can see that. The one that has the little extra piece here is the front. That's where your footrest will go. Alright, we're going to put the 2 pieces together. tight. And now we're using letter D. Bolts. Be careful with your threads. Got to wiggle this thing a little bit to get it through here a little bit. I had to struggle with this one just a smidge. I ended up going back and loosening these two that I tightened earlier to give it a little more room. And I did drive it through with the hammer just a little bit. Try not to do that. You'll tear your threads up. We'll see if they'll work now. We're going to put them together and tighten them up. I'm just getting these snug for the moment. I'm going to go back through, tighten everything really, really good and get done. I'm just snugging them up right now. Nuts that they're using have lock properties in them. They have a plastic thing that just locks it, but that makes every turn a struggle, and that's good if you don't want it to come apart, but it don't aid you in speeding up now. Once they get snug, the little washer bends up, wants to push the wrench off. don't know where we left off, but we just put these rails on using letter I bolts. And these are what your seat hooks over right here. And we're going to do the next part, which is put on your gun rest, which is these three parts. Alright, where I kind of messed up a little bit yesterday was with these things. Let me get them out here where you can see them. I didn't see these in the pack, and I didn't know where they were at. They were actually in the extra part. So this is important to put on now prior to us putting this shooting rail on. Through there now. But it's important to put these on now. And the little red part for orientation here, the little red part goes on the bottom and in. So it would be on this far side like that. This is what your shooting rests on. Make sure you put these all the way to the front. If you trap them in behind here, your rest won't come up very far. And I'm going to read you this next part. This is where I got confused yesterday. It says, next, attach the shooting rail and seat brackets to the left and right side seat supports using two 5/16, 3.5 hex bolts, letter A, 6 nylon washers, 2 3/8 nylon spacers, and 2 lock nuts, nylock nuts to secure. This got me wound up pretty good yesterday. This is where I messed up. So this is what we're going to attempt to do. Alright, this is your first setup here. You got your big bolt, letter A bolt, a washer, a seat rest, another washer. Then you put this in your hole back here. Then you put this fat spacer on. We're going to do that on both sides. Get ready for this next part. And help if you had a little help like this. And then another washer, and then the nut. So how many pieces is on that one bolt? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And make sure you put this on first, because you can't get it on there afterwards. that messed up too. All right. These things need to come up in the air so I'm going to go snug them down. Got my siding off. Sure nothing's gonna do this here. Alright, and that is your shooting rail, and it works by adjusting these pieces like that. And you may go up and down. Works pretty good. But for the next part, we'll just let it lay down. Alright, next will be the seat. And I'll bring you back for that. Alright, next is the seat. And again, using multiple pieces, this goes through the seat bracket support, and this is a spacer, then the seat, then a washer, then the nut, so forth and so on. So we're gonna see if we can get this done by itself. I don't know if we're gonna get it done, but we'll try her. Take you around here where you can see this portion up close. Right in here is your washer, your big fat washer, and your bolt and stuff. That's one assembly. This is the one we just did a second ago, where that's what I was messing up yesterday. It had so many pieces going through there. And I forgot to put that part on the front that holds it up. So that was a struggle yesterday. But this is going pretty good. We're going to attach the top of the seat. We'll bring you back for that. Alright. Using the E-bolts with the little flat washers. And they connect from underneath. Let's get you a little close-up of the clamp and what I did there. I just squeezed those two pieces together a little bit, and seems to work. Got the bolt to start, and I'm just using the ratchet to run it down. And you take the clamp back off. Alright, we're going to put this one on using E-bolts and 6 nylon washers. Spin you just a little bit. So we'll get that prepped up here. Teeth on this part out towards you. And this thing's supposed to pivot some, so we want to make it tight, but not so tight as it can't move. Alright, next we're going to attach these parts. And it says to put one on top and one on the bottom of this. And so, we're going to put it like this. It has a bolt hole right there. And this is one of the 6 washer deals. So once one between it. 2 bolts and 6 washers is what I'm talking about. And these are bolt A, by the way. These are the larger bolts. And then it said to do the other one on the bottom part. We're going to put on the bottom. And so we need a washer between it. Another washer on the bottom. And then a nut. Curious sleeve sitting there. And we've got to get some eye bolts to put in there next. Alright, we found the eye bolts. I put the little red washer on already, but found the eye bolts in the pack with the cables. So all the hardware is not quite in the same bags as you might expect. It says to put the eye bolts, this jaw is on top, and so to put the eye bolt on top so it matches. And washer with 4 washers with these eye bolts, so one on each side of it. Ow. And keep her chair holds up. This Pelican keeps you changing your wrenches back and forth too, which is mildly annoying. And this jaw is on the bottom, right here. So we're going to put this one up through the bottom. Make it match, as they say. And they're drawing for this section not very good drawing to see how all this goes. So the words are better in this part. Explains to you better what to do. Sometimes the picture is better. This one, the words actually are better. Alright, we got our cables unwound them. And what it says to do with them, get them separated here, is to take it and put it through the eye bolt, in with the bolt part, through here. Put your nut on it. And do the same across the bottom. Matching them up. One washer this time. I know we're getting close to being done with this kit part because we're running out of washers. It's like 88 washers or something in this thing. And of course we've got to switch wrenches again. Because this is this big one. And we'll tighten that up. And there's some other things. I don't think I'm going to put that on camera, but you put your arm rests on, and you put your pad around for your gun shooting rest, and it gives you directions on how to put the thing into the tree and all that. I'll let you figure that out by yourself. But that should help you. This portion here, right in here, was my hang up, and I wished I'd have had somebody to lead me a little bit on that one. This one's not even tight. Look at that. So I'm gonna go take a few minutes and I'm gonna tighten all the bolts on this thing real good. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And like I said, I'll put another one up once we get it in the tree and maybe do some hunting videos out of it. So anyway, hope this helped. This is John Chandler at the Virginia School of Traditional Arts. This is not exactly a traditional art, but it is part of hunting, which is a traditional art in my opinion. And so good luck.